So if, for example, you had, she spoke to you, elle t'a parlé about the girl. Yeah, so you have a friend or a teacher or a colleague and she spoke to you about the girl, because this is the big thing here. De can be from, of, about, the same idea, okay? So she spoke to you about the girl. Elle t'a parlé de la fille. Yeah? Could be a question. Has she spoken to you about the girl? Elle t'a parlé de la fille? Est-ce qu'elle t'a parlé de la fille? Yeah? Is it that she spoke to you about the girl? No. If I had de la fille, we know what I'm referring to. If you said in French, has she spoken to you about it, okay, then any time you are going to have de plus this vague question mark, because you're not referring to what it is, about it, of it, de plus this vague question mark needs to be en, in exactly the same way. So when you are getting rid of de plus something concrete after the sentence, and you are sticking it in the sentence, it will become en. And where will en go? It will go before the main verb. So, est-ce qu'elle t'en a parlé? So I'll just write that section out. So there we would have T apostrophe E-N-A. Elle t'en a parlé. So she spoke, elle a parlé. She spoke about it, elle en a parlé. She spoke to you about it, elle t'en a parlé. So with all of our other direct, indirect pronouns, when we have me, te, nous, vous, well in this case, me, te, nous, vous, lui, leur, indirect, you are going to have the en come last. So he spoke, il a parlé. Let's do the present. So he speaks, il me parle. He speaks to me about it, il m'en parle. You're going to have me plus the en becomes mon. He speaks to you, il te parle. He speaks to you about it, il t'en parle. Yeah? What are you doing? You're replacing il te parle de something. Il te parle, whatever, okay? Now obviously there are plenty of other ways in French of saying to speak to somebody about something. You can say au sujet de, yeah, or à propos de. Okay, but the fact is, if you are using the basic de idea to speak to somebody of it, I just give you au sujet de. Okay, so au sujet de, A-U-S-U-J-E-T-D-E. It's not very clear there. À propos de, which we actually have in English as well. A with an accent, the preposition, P-R-O-P-O-S-D-E. Okay. Good, so let's do some more. So, any expression that uses de is going to be giving me en when we get rid of the de. Can you think right now of any other expressions which use de? How do we say I need? J'ai besoin, or il a besoin de quelque chose. Okay, I'm just going to wet this board white because it's not as good as the old one. Just 1 second. Stick with what you know. These microfiber cloths, they're very good, but they suck up everything. Okay, so let's just get rid. There we go, that's better. That's better. So, let's use another expression. So, he needs. So, il, actually, and I'm going to try a slightly darker pen this time. Okay, so he needs. Il a. Oh dear, the water's not great. Besoin. We will get there in the end. I went out yesterday and I taught in offices and I left all my decent pens there. So I'm not too happy. Let's try this one. There we go. Il a besoin de moi, for example. So this de could be anything. He needs me. Il a besoin de moi. He needs the bread. Il a besoin du pain. Yeah, of the bread. He needs the woman. Il a besoin de la femme. He needs the money. Il a besoin de l'argent. He needs the children. Il a besoin des enfants. Okay? So he needs of. So anything where you are going to have a de plus something else, and that might not even sound like a de, that could sound like a du or a day or a de la, okay? When you get rid of this, what do? You stick the word in the middle of the sentence. And what is my word for de plus something when you don't know what the something is? En. Yeah, il en a besoin. Yeah, we don't need apostrophes and things like this. Good. Let's do some more for me. I need the money. J'ai besoin de l'argent. Okay, so let's do I. So j'ai besoin de l'argent. Okay, I need it. Now you can't say je l'ai besoin because you're not saying I need it in French. You're saying you to have need of. Okay, this is very important. So be careful when you're thinking of your English. I need it. Don't be thinking it need. I have need of. J'ai besoin de. I have need of it. J'en ai besoin. Okay. J'en ai besoin. So again, let's move this back. So we have j'en ai besoin. Okay. Let's do another one. He is going to need the woman. Yeah, let's do a future one. Il va avoir... Goodness me, these pens. Pardon me just one moment. So I need a new pen. J'ai besoin. So il... Why doesn't it not like this section? Goodness gracious me. Let's try here. Anybody work for a pen company, want to gift me with any, you're more than welcome. So, do you want to give me some? Est-ce que tu veux m'en donner? Me some give. Est-ce que tu veux m'en donner? So, this one is now dead officially. Il va avoir besoin de la femme. He's going to need the woman. Yeah, she's the only one qualified for the job. He's going to need the woman. Okay? Il va avoir besoin de la femme. Get rid of the de la femme. We need to stick en in the middle of the sentence. Where does it go? It goes before the main verb, and you can either think have is the main verb, or what form is avoir? It is the long form. So where is en going to go? It's going to go before the main verb. So il va en avoir besoin. Yeah? Il va en avoir besoin. Good. Now our final section is a little bit more interesting. But just before we get to that, can you just copy what I'm saying and how we put en in different tenses? So I need some, j'en ai besoin. Yeah? I will need some, j'en aurai besoin. I had need of some, I needed some, wishy-washy, j'en avais besoin. Yeah? What else shall we do? There were some, il y en avait, there were some. Il y a, like normal, il y avait, there were, A-V-A-I-T, there were some, il y en avait. Okay? Now, our next thing. There are expressions with en in them, combining en with the reflexive. So there are some where you can have it optional en or without the en, and there are some where you will always have the en. Let's look at one first where you can have an optional en, because again we are taking away the de. So the expression to look after. So for example, je m'occupe du projet. I'm looking after the project. I occupy myself of the project. And if this is the first time you've come across this expression, this is to look after. So to take care of, you know, I look after my grandmother. By all means, you can say je m'occupe de ma grand-mère or je prends soin. I take care. Yes, prends, P-R-E-N-D-S, soin, S-O-I-N, like normal. Okay, the verb soigner, to care. Okay, so je m'occupe du projet. Yeah, I'm looking after the project. Okay, you don't say je regarde après or anything, you know, I look after. I occupy myself of the project, okay? So, je m'occupe du projet. If I get rid of the du projet, I'm still saying I'm looking after it, but it's not a direct it, is it? It's an of it. So an of it, yeah, we might like to think of this as well, of it, some of them, these are all the things they mean. So I'm now going to have to insert my en. Where's it going to go? Before the verb. So je m'occupe is going to become je m'en occupe. So je m'en occupe. Okay? Let's look at another expression. Okay? To remember something, and we have two verbs, and I will do a video on remember because there's a bit of a complication around remember. We have the verb se rappeler, to recall to yourself, or we have se souvenir. Yeah, so they kind of mean the same thing, really, obviously, but we use them at different times and we have different grammar and all of this business. So, I remember is je me souviens. And I always say, when starting out with remember, you can use se rappeler. So think of your verb to call, appeler, yeah? J'appelle. So put an R before it, make it recall, rappeler. I remember, je me rappelle. I recall to myself, recall, rappelle, je me rappelle. Okay, recollection is memory. This one, obviously you know the word souvenir, like a souvenir from the seaside. So I to myself recall, I to myself remember, souviens. Yeah, twister from venir, souvenir is the verb. So I remember, je me souviens de, I remember something, we have an of there, again, a from, a de. So when we've got rid of what would have come next, I remember it, I remember of it, je m'en souviens. Yeah? Il s'en souvient, he himself of it remembers. So anything that would have the de in the normal form, when we scrap the de, we'll have en. Good. I tease him. Je me moque de lui. I mock myself, M-O-Q-U-E, of him. Je me moque de lui. Je m'en moque. Okay? So these are expressions where you can have a de, or you can choose to get rid of the de. Okay? And if you get rid of the de and the noun, we have en. Okay, last little section, okay, and this is really, really great French for those of you doing exams because it's using multiple pronouns at the same time, which examiners just love, trust me. When I mark, if I see that, I just think, this is either somebody who's been spoon-fed the phrase, but oh well, who cares, it shows that they can handle this. So, let's have another look. So, there are various expressions, and I've referred to these previously in the reflexive videos. So if you have, now when you read these expressions, when you read these verbs, you will read them in the infinitive, the to form, and you'll notice there's two little ingredients there. So for example, if you read aller, you know that means to go. If you read a verb with se before it, so se laver, you would know means to wash, for example, to wash oneself, okay? Okay, and if you read that, se laver, you would know that that means to wash oneself, and you would know that you need to match the se to yourself. So, to wash myself would be me laver, yeah? Te laver, nous laver, etc. So I'm going to wash myself, je vais me laver, he's going to wash himself, il va se laver, we're going to wash ourselves, nous allons nous laver. Often in English just said, we're going to wash, or get washed. If you read s'en aller, that is the infinitive. It is yourself, from there, go. This idea of from, yeah, it's all about the multiple uses of the word de. So you would have come across this. Those of you that study Spanish, yeah, this is irse, yeah, to get out of there, or Italian andarsene, okay? So